Hey love bugs, it's Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family, as always, thank you so much for the love and support. It is truly appreciated. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please, drop a line. I would love a chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me. And hey, if you've been here for, a minute and you haven't dropped one line in a while, please go ahead and drop one. I would love a chance to hear back from you. And if you feel like the videos just give you a good vibe, and just uplift you in a way you truly need it, please go ahead and give a thumbs up and share. Sending so much love, light towards you in any kind of way that you have needed it, to continue on your path of purpose. And anybody who's coming through with nefarious vibes or anything, know my videos are protected. I'm protected. My energetic signature, my pictures, all those different things. So if you're trying to do anything, anything's going to go towards you 10 million times fold. So send it back, turn back to sender. So anyways, the video I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101. Heyokas, we're putting a true meaning towards the Dent of being God's warriors. Devil's motives, is putting a true meaning to that. It's just the fact is, we go through different things. Like you constantly hear me say, God and devil go hand in hand. Both of them have two different agendas on the path of your growth. I feel like anytime you go through a spiritual awakening, I don't know about y'all, but I know a lot of people can really, really resonate with that. It's like when you go through a spiritual awakening, it's waking the spirit, and there's part of you. It's like when you have really gone through different things, all of a sudden all these negative things will come up, all this negative self-talk is like, telling you, hey, end it all, and nobody cares about you, and people are gonna look at you different if you do this, you do that, and that will be all that fear. Devil plays on your fear, devil plays on your ego, devil plays on anything that's low vibrational to keep you in that vibration. But it's just be different things that's wanting you to see the bigger picture out of everything that's going on into your life. There's so many different things you have surpassed that many people wouldn't have been able to do. And it's just, the fact is, the devil wants you to be able to stay at that low frequency. He doesn't want you to have peace. He doesn't want you to have love. Unless it's in ways that it's not really love. But different things where he wants you to stay in fear, or he wants you to go against God on everything that he believes in that's right for you in your life. Anything that will magnify God as doing the impossible and make it possible through you. He doesn't want that happening, because there's so many different things where people question God's motives. They believe in the devil. If you can believe in the devil, you have to be able to believe in God. Different things like that. But hey, to each his own. Not everybody believes in God like that. Different people praise a different different gods and stuff like that. But that's all respect due, that's what you do. But be different things that will challenge your life a lot of times, where you want to second guess your belief, you want to second guess your faith. Different things that's taking place in your life to where you're really trying to feel like where is God really fitting into your life. And these are the different things where, when you have been guided to watch different videos like this, or you do research on warriors, different things where you fight for the greater good, anything that defines that, that's what I meant to say. You don't deal with petty things. You really go through a lot of things where it's challenge you within your children, it challenge you within your finances, it challenge you within your marriage, your household, your jobs, all those different things. It'll make you feel like, hey, I'm a walking, hazard, I'm jinky, different things like that. You can't keep friends, you can't keep in relationships, your family is falling apart, you're trying to figure out where your next dollar is coming from. And these are the different things that God will be challenging you through those, because the devil sees what's precious to you. Devil sees what you love. Devil sees what's happy for you. What makes you happy, what makes you move, what makes you rejoice, and all these different things. And when these things are snatched away in some kind of way, it's just like, oh, if they don't have these things, I'm gonna hit them exactly where it hurts at. And when they don't have these different things into their life, let me see how they'll be talking about God then. and not realizing, God is, we move through God in everything. It's like everything is like, if we have God, and you don't have all these different things, he's going to make it right as rain for you. And it's just like, these are the different things that when it challenges you, something that you really truly care about, and you still trying to stand strong in everything you have, even though if you have good days or bad days, you are really putting a dent in the definition of God's warriors. Because the fact is, it's just like with me, when I see about my situation, it's just like, I don't have any family I talk to, different family that, are by blood and stuff like that, people made sure that I never, connected with my siblings and stuff like that. And those things really challenged me, even with my children. I no longer talk to my children. I don't see my granddaughter. And those are the things that really challenged me as well. But I kept allowing myself to keep moving, even when I didn't understand it. It's just like, it really made me, question everything that I was going through. But then it was just like, when I allowed myself to be guided by God, it really, showed some kind of clarity into my life, different things that I work on into every day. And it really showed me, when the things that you hold dear is really, challenged against you, what will you do? How would you move? How will you respond? What would you act? How would you act? Because, it'll be different things where fear is placed on you in many ways. It could be somebody else's fear, it could be your own. And these are the different things that is challenging you to where you're going to conquer them all. You're not going to allow fear be a factor into your life. You rather have fierceness into your life to be a factor into your life. It's just like, if I'm a warrior, there'll be different things that's going to really, knock me out, really put me in traumatizing situation. But this is in that point where I come into a fork in the road, to where I can allow this to make me, or I can allow this to break me. I'm allowing myself to know, it'll be different days. You're going to have dark moments. Not every day is going to be perfect for you. That's what life is. Life brings you rain. Your life brings you lemonade. Life brings you, sun, and, all those other things. But these are the different things that's going to really help you grow in different ways that you never seen possible. And when these things happen, it makes you very courageous. It'll be able to make you there's a turning point in my life where I didn't see myself overcoming different things. But it was just like, when I allowed myself to, step out of my own existence, step out of my own way of my existence, and allowed myself to let my guides guide me and God guide me, things started to make a lot more sense. It'll be different things that, I felt wasn't fair to my life. I love my kids through everything, I would die for my kids, my grandbaby as well. But it would be at those points where it's just like, when things are you're really being strengthened, because certain things like that was sent to destroy you. And these are the different things that God's going to tell you. Everything is going to be okay. Even when it doesn't make sense to you, everything is going to be okay. But I'm allow you to know, I have this confidence in you. I know that potential. I know that light within you. I've seen you, that hunger for that go-getter, fearless for a fight, and you don't blink. I know that spiritual being into you, and I needed you to know that spiritual being into you. That's why I put these different challenges in your life, to be able to understand that there's nothing that you won't be able to surpass without me. But it'll be different. Devil wants to be able to make you second guess everything in the power, like everything has to be, there'll be a lot of times where our patience is really being challenged, where we want things at that exact moment. We want those microwave blessings. And when you want the microwave blessings, some things that only take like a few minutes, but it's just like fast food. You eat fast food, and it's just like, it'll be there for a minute. Either it's going to take you to the toilet, or it's going to make you hungry like 5-10 minutes away from there. God is having blessings for us. For the fact is, when I put you through these different things, it's going to be, when you finally get to that door, and you went through that impasse, you're going to understand why you had to be grateful. You had to be understanding about why you had to be, appreciative of just the things you have, not even the things that you lack. Even though there'll be different things that you needed, you show gratitude just for what you had. Being able to have patience for it, because the fact is, you stood strong, you stood in your power. You were at that vibration where, at that point, even when you wanted your blessings at that moment, you may have not been spiritually, emotionally, or mentally ready for what God had in store for you. And for those that go through those different vibrations, you had to go through a lot of upheavals. You had to go through a lot of setbacks. You had to go through a lot of, impulse decisions that didn't go right for you at that time. And then you had to learn life lessons that was, had a fine line and blessing in disguise for you to have to be able to go through that, because there'll be at that time where, you're going to stand your ground. You're going to step into your power. It's not going to be, an ending for you. No is meant a next opportunity. It can be, you're not being denied, but you may be delayed at that time just for you to be able to grow a little bit more, so you can be on that balance for that, because anything that's for you is going to be for you. And it will be those different things that the devil will try to make it feel like everything that God says to you is a lie. Everything that, he moves through is a lie. And these are the different things that's taking place into your life where it's really putting the truth of you. You're going through different things where your spiritual awakening, that's why you're clearing so much of the dark night of the soul. That's why you're clearing so much of going through the vibrations of Kundalini ascension. You're going through spiritual flus, ascension flus. All those different things is going on where it's bringing rashes, it's bringing abscess, you got toothaches, you having headaches, you're getting all these crazy downloads, you're cutting cords with a lot of people, you're letting things go, you're being at peace with a lot of different things that brought you chaos, all these different things. And it's just like when you actually sit back and change the perspective of that, you're going to be like, wow, I surpassed a lot of things I didn't think I could be able to handle. Because there's a lot of things that we can make a mountain out of a molehill for, like, well, I can't deal with this, I can't deal with that, I can't deal with that. But then it'll be at the point where when we sit back and we see how those changes really, took us to a different vibe within ourselves like that, I felt like, I wouldn't be able to live without such and such and such and such anymore. But then I'd be at peace, but I just wish them well. Or it'll be different times where, if it's somebody that you really love and care for, that was snatched out of your life, maybe, while I was on my private healing, they had to go through their private healing and really change their perspective of how they look at their life. And if God really wants for it to meant to be, it'll come back when we finally connect, we'll both be on that healing vibe. So it'll be nothing that will tarnish the relationship that we had before. And be able to be grateful for it. It's just so many different things that I look out on life, where, I felt shame, I felt guilt, and now it'd be just like, I know better than I knew then. And I'll be grateful that I actually learned those lessons. We can go through things and have shame and guilt about stuff, and it's just like, don't do that. If you knew the lessons that you were taught throughout those vibrations, and you can actually say, I appreciate it, and just know, okay, I learned from those lessons. I see the consequence that went behind the choices that I made, or the actions that I did, or the things that I said. And when I can allow myself to forgive myself, or, ask somebody for forgiveness of what I've done to them, and I can make peace with that, I can learn from that to know not to do it again. And those are the whole point. That how will we be able to learn? When we go through those different things, how will we be able to learn if we know what's right, what's wrong, what's toxic, what's not toxic, what's love, what's manipulation, what's boundaries, what's, you're leaving yourself open. All these different things we had to learn to go through. A lot of times we're like, oh, I wish I never met this person, or where should, but it's just like, don't ever do that. Nothing you ever go through is a waste. Nothing you ever, anybody you ever meet has taught you something, whether it's love, uplift, comfort, support, neglect, abandonment, lies, abuse. You got taught things from all different people that you needed to get through in life that was going to bring you towards the purpose that you're at right now. And it's just like when you go through things, you're not going to go through petty things like your mail is being sent to somebody else's address. You're going to go through things where it's going to be a loss of a loved one. It's going to, like I said before, it's going to challenge your life. It's going to challenge your children. It's going to challenge your marriage. It's going to challenge your financial. You're going to have problems at your job. You're going to have problems within your household. Different things like that. Now, where it's really going to hit you. Even you may be dealing with addictions, going through the different stuff that you're going through. And all these different things is telling us to never fall back. We are not spring, we are not clocks. This is where we can't go back to what's familiar. We're needed in the unknown. We need it towards different stuff. It's like I was going to do content about that. But it's just all about different things to where we have to be able to step forward. We already know what's in the past. We already know how things felt. But now it's like it's more important to what we focus on in the future, what we're trying to do. Whatever we're doing in the now is what creates our future. and we're being able to do that. The past was our teacher, your present, your present is your motivation, and your future is your inspiration. So, you're going through all these different things in life to where it's really teaching you. You're really getting, you're really knowing yourself within your power. It's like everything that God told you about yourself, you're starting to see it throughout the vibe of changes you're going through, the transformation, the transmutation, the transascension. You're surpassing all those different things. You're getting all these different creativities with the different downloads that's coming through, and it's allowing you to change yourself. It's like, how am I going to be able to do that? It's just like, don't worry about how you're going to do it. We just need you to move. And it's just like, when we guide you to be able to do something, we want you to be able to guide yourself with confidence. Don't second guess yourself. And those are the different challenges that we have, that you're going through different things, because it's just like the devil don't want you being able to change, and he don't want you to change for the better. He wants you to change for the worse. It's like, oh, if you bad, I want you to be worse, and then you on the team, but now it's at that point where your situations that lie at hand with you is either going to make you or break you. And these are the different things that's going to really challenge you to become a better person. And it's like, when you go through these different things, it's going to make you know yourself on a whole new different level. There was a part of you that was waiting for your acknowledgement. That's all about spiritual awakening. It's awakening a part of the spirit that you didn't know that was there. And these are the different things that's taking place into your life that, you will put a true dent in the definition of warrior. So I hope you are able to resonate with the content of this video, y'all. I would love to give a post notification shout out to New Orleans Gardner, Miss Linda, Nola. Noya. I said Nola. Noya, it's like one of my stomping grounds in the bloodline. It was like, yes. So much love to you. Happy New Year, and I hope everything is good. It was good hearing from you, and I hope all is well. And I always leave my contact information in the description box below. It's all about spiritual networking. You can DM me, you can email me. Even if it's somebody that you just need to talk to, don't want judgment. I always tell people, hey, if you don't harm animals, you don't touch kids, you ain't sitting up here, beating on folks or knocking old folks down, a flight of stairs. Hey, we cool people. I'll be able to help out the best way I possibly can. Whatever we speak on is confidential. It's just to be able to have a deeper understanding about our past, the purpose, or just trying to get, to connect with somebody who can truly understand what you went through. And I love to be able to do that. I also have been dropping my podcast from my Spotify channel on there, and this is stuff that I've had for a while, but I haven't posted it on here. So you were like, Roslynn, we can't send the timestamp or whatever. I said stuff that I have not posted here. It's a new gem that I'm dropping here. It's been out there, but I'm dropping it here. I'm dropping it there and on my Instagram, just to have different stuff that I actually do. It's not the same videos. Some people do their content where they do it on here and they put it in they put it in a zip file to put it on I think what do they call it, podcast form. But mine is just like, it's a different, it's about empaths and Heyokas, but it's different content. So I'm also dropping those there. You can take a look at them there. They're on the community section, right along with the different posts I have. Different ones. I had one today that I posted, and it was so funny to me, because it threw me off when I seen that. I was like, oh my God. And it had Kermit the Frog and said, forgive or forget, and it had a question mark. It's like, I am not Jesus, and I do not have Alzheimer's. I started busting out laughing, but I'm like, you supposed to forgive. You really supposed to forgive. You don't forget the lesson that they taught you, but forgive the person that, may have wronged you, or you have wronged other people. But, it's all about different stuff that's going on, about the end of Mercury grade. That was last week, but it's just different changes that are going through right now. I forgot what it is, like the moon and Saturn. I can't remember what it is. We got to go through so many different changes right now. It ain't even funny, but you're growing. You're coming in alignment. Whatever, universe is letting you know, and those vibes that you really put in work. And don't sleep on yourself. Don't give up on yourself. Even when things get frustrating and you're really not understanding or even see them unfair, just take a pause, take a breather. Do whatever your self-care, anything that uplifts you, makes you happy, and then you come right back. And it's like, you don't have to be geared up 24/7, 365. We don't work like that. Be able to work like that when we're spiritual beings. It's like, who needs rest? But you do need rest. So you go ahead and do that, but get back on that wagon. You're getting so many different downloads of different creative ideas, and God wants you to be able to use those to be able to create better for yourself. So, hey, it will be coming in. And always make sure you've been writing down your dreams. Your dreams telling you a lot as well. So have a blessed weekend. Please be safe and responsible at every single thing you do. What else I gotta say? You know, even through social distancing, you know, please give out love, light, positivity, words, vibes, frequencies. You never know, all those things really take somebody a long way. And just for you being able to do that for other people will take you even further. Oh, what else I could say? Oh yes, I also, if you feel generous enough to drop a donation on the channel, Cash App is there as well. And much love to you. God bless. Namaste. You know, shalom. I say peace.